This is a redwood at Grimms Dyke in the grounds of the house that used to belong to Lady Gilbert and her husband. Isn't it lovely? Look at the way the bark's opened. I don't know if you can see that. I'm supposed to be going to an apple picking with the orchard maintenance team. Look, there's. I sometimes wonder if every tree has its network of species of fungi. I had a really nice time in the RNOH yesterday afternoon. I learnt my Roman and Aznak history. Looks like I've got Vaseline on the lens of my... I've now got coffee on my hands. I think I've got Vaseline on the lens of my camera. Is that better? A little bit. There's another one. They are lovely trees. But they don't have gravity like the beech. That beech, my goodness. There's quite a few down here. I wonder if they were all planted. This can't have been planted by the Gilberts, can it? It must have been. They bought the place. I mean, it must have been planted long before that. Surely this is 250, 300 years old, isn't it? Who brought the seeds back first? This stuff is all known. I remember writing a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of rap about warring botanists wandering around the world from it was Kew versus Edinburgh, and they were battling it to the death and falling into bull pits in Hawaii and God knows what else. Douglas, the squirrels and the furs are named after Douglas, who was he was a Edinburgh. Was Douglas Edinburgh or Kew? Don't know, I looked into this. We need a database. We need a scheme super combinator to combine the stories. And I had this idea about a scheme super combinator that took the lyrics of Do You Love Me Part 2 and Do You Love Me Part 1 and then takes some kind of semantic network of word meanings that's derived from somebody's personal experience and combines them with an objective network of the collective experience of their community as to the actual meanings of the words of these two songs. And then you could potentially take those, develop basic combinators out of those, and you would get some other kind of learning language model. I thought I'd like to try that, and the tools, there are a lot of tools there, and PLT Redx is a good one to start with. So you If you want to start simple, just write scheme, but bear in mind the way PLT Redex works, and so that you can port your scheme to PLT. So just play around with PLT together. I mean, these are notes for myself really, but anyone else wants to can go for it. I told this to a dead tree last night, and I told it to a living tree, so even if I die, I reckon in 100 years time somebody could put a log on the fire, and they'll certainly have an idea. And I thought that at that time that they have that idea, some children will go past on their way to St. Nicholas Church in a sleigh with the bells ringing, and there won't be any cars on the road, and it'll be snowing. That was my idea, and it was a nice one.